Hi traders, and welcome to the video. This video is just going to be an overview on the roadmap of the upcoming lessons that I'll be teaching on smart money concepts. We will go through the roadmap in a little bit, but before that, just a little bit background about me. I have been a profitable trader for about 4 years now, and I have been trading using just smart money concepts for past 3 years before I tried everything and failed. Last year, I made my first $1 million. Trading is my only source of income for now, and it has helped me reach financial freedom. These lessons are going to be in detail and in-depth videos of all the concepts that I think are very essential for smart money concepts. I don't think you can find me a more detailed roadmap on the smart money concept on any other YouTube channel. And if you like the way I teach in the upcoming lessons, please provide me some kind of motivation through liking, subscribing, or commenting down below so I can keep the other lessons coming up. Even if you don't like the videos that I've been teaching, you can use this roadmap as a guide on what you need to learn before you start trading using smart money concepts. I'm pretty sure no one else on YouTube has put in this much detail into smart money concepts. Like, some of these lessons are very essential and are bookkept from you by all of these trading gurus, and I wanted to make a course that would teach you everything, like every bit from start to bottom, like from A to Z, about smart money concepts. I will go a bit outside of smart money concepts, and me going outside of the smart money concepts just essentially means that these are some topics that you can integrate, or these are some confluences that you can integrate into trading and make your smart money concepts better. Don't worry if you don't understand any of this right now. Once we go through each and every lessons over the next coming months, I guarantee you'll be turning into a really profitable professional retail trader. Now I would like to go through the roadmap. So for the lesson number 1, we'll be going through some introduction to the trading terminology and some basics, some fundamentals and order types. Also, one other thing that I forgot to mention, smart money concepts are basically using just technical analysis. If you want to use fundamental analysis as well, I have some book recommendation for you. So basically, this book, Day Trading and Swing Trading the Currency Market, especially the 3rd edition by Kathy Leanne. This book has a lot of trading strategies, and it goes through a lot of trading strategies, but this is mostly using indicators, which I don't use. But if you really want to strengthen up your fundamentals, you can go through chapter 17 until the chapter 25, and it will give you a lot of fundamental knowledge and fundamental trading strategies. Trading using fundamentals is a very hard thing to pull off because fundamental analysis takes a lot of time and data. Like, once you start using fundamental analysis, you have to go really slow, and it will take you years before you master every single currency pair or every single stock or whatever you are trading in. But using technical analysis allows you a bit more freedom, because technical analysis will help you study the market from a technical point of view, and you can use it on different kinds of markets as well as currency pairs. Anyways, getting back into the roadmap. So second lesson is going to be about the market structure, how to read the market, uptrends, like break of structure, change of character. We'll be going deep into these lessons after we learn about the market structure. So we will go into how to identify a valid break of structure. That would be a lesson 3. Then we go into how to identify a valid change of character or a market shift, whatever you want to call it. And I have some set of rules that will help you identify these easily, and even if it don't work 100% of time, because market is always completely random, these set of rules will give you high probability setup at least. Then we will go into learning about Japanese candlesticks. I will give you some patterns as well as some strategies that you can use if you just want to trade using candlesticks. But trading using candlesticks is mostly very risky, I would say. And there are like thousands of different candlestick patterns available on the internet. But if you know how to read them, you can at least use it as a confluence in your smart money concepts. So I'll be going through the Japanese candlesticks in the lesson number 5. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention, at the end of every lesson, we will go into in-depth chart analysis. And if you still don't understand the concept, you can rewatch the video until you start understanding of what I am saying. Then I will go into this premium and discount tool in the lesson number 6. It is basically a 50% Fibonacci retracement. And I've been using this tool for a long time now, and it's just an extra confluence that you can use to give you a bit more confident when you put in for an entry. And then for the last lesson for our part 1 of our roadmap, which is like basics and fundamental before you start trading using SMC, will be how to perform multi-time frame analysis. And trust me, once you know how to perform multi-time frame analysis, 50% of the confidence that you will have in trading will come from this video. I would say next 30% will be from the liquidity, but we'll go over that in a bit, which will be lesson 12. But once we finish the lesson number 7, I will have a video on how to enter the trade using SMC part 1, which will be using just these basics. So if you don't want to go into the advanced stuff, I will make a video on how to enter a trade using just these 7 lessons, what you have learned in these 7 lessons. And I will go and do some backtesting in this video, live backtesting in front of you guys, and we will use everything that we have learned in the part 1. Then we go over to the part 2 of our SMC roadmap. This is a bit more advanced stuff, and I would recommend you going through part 2 and not just using these 7 lessons as your part of your trading strategies when you go to enter a trade, because all these lessons are going through some stuff that will boost your win rate, and it will give you a deep dive into how market actually moves. So for the first lesson of our part 2, which is a continuation, which is lesson number 8, we will learn about how to identify valid support and resistance, and then how to identify institutional supply and demand zones in lesson number 7, and then how to use order blocks. So these 3 order blocks, supply and demand, and support and resistance, are very similar concepts, but they have a really tiny bit of differences in between them, and when they coincide with each other, these differences can really help you enter a trade perfectly and predict the price. Then in the lesson number 11, we will go through flipped zones and flipped support and resistance. Once we have gone through lesson number 8, 9, and 10, I will make a video about everything that you need to learn when the price doesn't obey your support and resistance or supply and demand zone or your order block and goes and turns into a reversal trend, and how to use these flip zones for your reversal entries. Then I would say we will go into the most important topic of our roadmap, which is how to identify liquidity. This will be an in-depth video. Liquidity is a really big concept on its own. If you really need to get a grasp of it, I would suggest you to go through some kind of book, but I would say going through my video alone would be good enough if you want to start learning profitably as well. I would suggest you a book. It's called Market Liquidity, 2nd edition. This is a book from Oxford University Press, and I think it has 3 authors. The book is available on Amazon as well. I have some lessons that no one else thought about, which are just next 2 lessons: the trading session and the correlation between the currency pairs. Once you get to know about the trading sessions, the times, and the correlation between currency pairs, it would be a bit more easier for you to spot liquidity, and it would make you a bit more confident when you are spotting liquidity. So once you have watched the liquidity video, even if you just watch the liquidity video on my channel, I would really suggest you to go through this trading session and correlation video. After that, we will go through how to identify fair value gaps and imbalance. This falls a bit more into the ICT concept, but I have seen that using fair value gaps and using imbalance as a part of your smart money concept really gives you a consolidation and confidence when you go in for an entry. This is like another confluence that would help you like really strengthen up your entry. Then we will go into risk management and equity management. I will give you my formula as well for equity management if you don't want to come up with your own. Then we will go into trade management techniques, refining your trade plan, which is lesson number 17 and 18 respectively. Then we will go into trading psychology deep dive, which is lesson number 19. And at the very end, I will teach you how to build your own trading strategy, and I will give you my own strategy in that video as well. Then thankfully the lesson part by then is ended. If you don't wanna stay on my channel after that, you are free to leave. Now we come to the part 3. This is just for the people who enjoy my content and my way of teaching, and they want to get a deeper dive into trading and how I trade in day-to-day life. I will be making videos on my trading strategy, like a bit more in depth. Then I'll be also making some trade forecasting videos, in which I will be going through like some trades, giving you my weekly forecasting or maybe like daily forecasting. Or even on top of that, I'll be trading live in the part 3 of the roadmap, and I will be giving you some trade breakdowns that you can take if you want to trade in future. You don't have to like follow my trade because market is still random, but I will try my best to give you enough breakdowns and like making sure before you enter a trade you are 100% confident on what you are going for and you completely understand the market before you enter this trade. If you don't understand the market and you're just following me, then one day you're just gonna lose your money and you're gonna blame me for it. But I really want you guys to understand what is going on in the market, then go through with me in the trade breakdowns. And if you think that I have given you enough proof and confidence of my understanding about the market, then you can follow my forecasting or even like follow my trades on the live trading. But part 3 will be a long time until it comes. In the next few months I'll just be releasing these lessons. I'll try to release 2 lessons per week plus 1 extra video if I could, and anything to like just help you guys. This channel is just gonna be about value. I'm not gonna sell any courses. I just wanna give this out because like till this date I haven't found a good roadmap on YouTube about smart money concept. All I want from you guys is support, maybe a like, a comment, or like if you want to subscribe you can subscribe. All I want is your guys support, and I want to know if you like my teaching, and like I just need some motivation to keep these lessons coming up. Before I go, I just have like 2 another recommendations if you want to learn from the book. I mostly trade on Forex market, so if you really want to get a good grasp of Forex market, I will suggest this book, The 10 Essentials of Forex Trading. This book has really gone through all the smart money concept, but it is still missing some of the lessons that I want to teach, like especially what I see on YouTube. I've seen like thousands of videos on liquidity, but I've never seen a video on how to spot these liquidity correctly. And like people are not giving their experience about how they spot liquidity from backtesting, and or how to make it easier, or how to make it a bit more objective when you're spotting liquidity, because trading is like really subjective and it depends on from one trader to different trader on how they understand a concept. Unless you're going through like same kind of data or same kind of books, like it really depends on one trader to different trader. But on my channel I really want to build up a community that understands everything that I have understood. And if you want to expand your knowledge, of course there are a lot of different sources available on the internet as well. So continuing on the liquidity, what I was saying is that like when you go and learn about the liquidity, people don't teach about trading sessions and correlation, which I think is a really I cannot emphasize how important it is to know about the trading sessions and correlation between the currency pairs when you learn about liquidity. Because most of the liquidity that happens in the market, which is like the external liquidity that happens in the market, is in between change of sessions or overlapping sessions. So I would like you to go through about the trading sessions, and then I would also like you to go through the correlation between the currency pairs. Like some currency pairs are related to each other in negative point of view. Like let's say if Euro USD is going up, Euro JPY has to go down. This is just like something that you can add to your arsenal to consolidify your other concepts, so you can predict where the market is trying to move. So another book that I would really like to suggest, this book is all over the internet and everyone knows about this book. If you still haven't heard about this book, the book is called Trading in the Zone. The book is by Mark Douglas, and the book is basically about Mark going and interviewing different traders, and ironically all the traders have similar kind of answers to his questions. And this book will basically teach you how to become a disciplined trader with a winning attitude, as it says right here, confidence. So if you really want to build confidence, discipline, and a winning attitude, I really suggest you guys to go through this book. And after you have gone through this book, I would suggest you to go through this book and learn about the essentials of forex trading. This book also has a really deep dive, but in my opinion, it is missing some topics. Like, it hasn't gone through as deep into the liquidity concept or like currency correlation. Like, the fundamental stuff is missing a bit in this book. So if you really want to learn about the fundamentals, I would say you can go through chapter 17 to chapter number 25 of Day Trading and Swing Trading by Kathy Leon. And I think that brings me to the end of the video, guys. I really hope even if you don't come and watch my lesson, at least you have a good roadmap of what you want to learn before you start trading using smart money concepts. And I'm excited to see you guys in the lesson number 1.